guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Aditya and in this video we'll be learning about loops. So in the previous videos we have covered about if-else and we learned about logical and relational operators. Now we'll come to the part of loops. So for understanding loops, let's have a small example. Suppose you want to print numbers till 100. So usually when we want to print, we just write print 1 and it will just print the value 1, or we can give it a string called 1. So like that it can print. We can just use single print statement. So when we want to print 100, do we write print for 100 times? So that doesn't make sense and it will even break your fingers, right? For that we have got the concept of loops. So loop is nothing but like an iterator. It runs over times. So now first let us understand about for loops. There are actually two main types of loops in Python, which is the for loop and while loop. So for, I'll just write for and x. So for x in range, so don't worry about these, so we'll just write 100. And just like if-else statements, you just keep a colon, and I'll run this program by first let me write this print x. So now let me run this program. I'll just open the terminal and then we have to run. So as you can see, let me just full screen this to see full output. So as you can see, it has printed all the numbers. So it is starting from 0 to 999. So we didn't write 100 print lines for this. So this is how it works. Let's understand how this works. So actually it did not completely finish till 100. So for that I'll just keep +1 over here. And as you can see, we got till 100. We printed numbers till 100. So why doesn't this come? So let me just full screen and let us check the starting value. So it is 1. So it's great. Now let's understand how does this work. So this x is kind of a temporary variable for x. So x is iterating in a range of 100. So we can just even keep like 0, 100. So then it will start from 0. You can even keep 1. So what is this happening? So what is happening over here? So first, as I've told you, this is variable int. As you can see here, it is when I highlight over this, it is showing x equals of type int and in. So it is checking range in range for x in range 100. So the first value of 100 is 0. So always counting starts with 0. So when I keep like that, x first represents 0. So first x represents 0. Then again it comes back over here because there's nothing below it. Then again it will in the range, it is there in the range, right? So it will iterate over the range, over the number list. As you can see here, list. So it is just like all the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 100 list. We are already declaring all the numbers, and this x is representing those every element in that 100 range, and we are iterating over that. So it is as it is representing every time that number, it is printing, it is changing the value for every loop. So that's why we are getting all the 100 numbers. So in the starting this might be a little bit confusing, so let us just have a small example. So I'll just write Aditya. So this is my name. I just declared a variable. Now let's keep a for loop. So I'll just use this snippet. So x, and then here we'll keep a, and then here we'll write print, and here we'll keep x. Let's see the output of what happens over here. So let me just clear this so that you can understand clearly. So now let's run this again, and as you can see, we have got Aditya. So every print statement is printing A, D, I, T, Y, A. So in every loop instance, this x is referring to each and every character, 1 and then D and then I and then T and Y. So every character is being printed like that. So in the same way, numbers were also just like that. So the numbers, like they are just like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and when we ran this program, it's representing each and every number. So using that range, you can create kind of a list of numbers, and you can even set the beginning point and ending point. You can keep the beginning as 50 and the ending as 100 or 1000 or anything. You can just keep like that. So that was about for loops. So if you didn't understand for loops, don't worry, go to Google search and try some examples and go to some IDE or check it in your Python terminal. How does that work? So first we'll go to while loop now. So here while expression and pass. So expression is nothing but a condition. So here I'll give a condition. For that, let us even have a small variable. So I'll keep a equals 0. And now I'll say that a is greater than 0, greater than, okay, I'll just change this to 1. So a is greater than 0. So now it's greater. So I can just say print a. Now when I run this program, it will run for infinity and it may even crash my system. So let me just run this. So as you can see, it is continuously running and I think it's even not responding. So I must, as you can see, continuously all once, because this condition is always being true. A's value is not at all changing. So let me just clean this. So nothing crashed happened. It's great that nothing has happened to my computer. So now we understood that it always depends on a condition, just like the for if else we did. So now how do we solve that problem? Oh my god, it has crashed. So I'll be just back minute. So guys, it has actually crashed my system. So as it was running for infinity, it took a lot of memory maybe, so it crashed and I had to restart my IDE. Don't try it on your system if it has very low specs. So now to stop at a particular point, we must increment the value. So for incrementing, we can just type a equals a plus 1. So what will happen is that it will first check this condition while a is greater than 0, and so because a is greater than 0, so sorry, I must just use the -1. So yeah, so while a is greater than 0, 1 is greater than 0, so it will print 1 and it will execute this program also. So it will just execute that a is equal to a minus 1, which is 0. So after doing that, it will exit the program. It means it will exit the while loop and it will come out over here. Because there's nothing over here, it will exit the program. So now let's run this and check out. So I'll just run this. So it's taking some time because in the previous it has crashed, right? So it's just analyzing, I think, for some mistakes maybe. So I'll just pause for a while, guys. So guys, I'll just type Python. So I just got some update. Flutter is available. Okay, just leave about it. So we have Python and main.py. And now when we run this, we got 1. So it was not like previous one where it was continuously running. Here it has stopped. So let's just keep over here 10. And now let's run this program again. So I'll just clear this before, and now let's run it. And as you can see, it has printed from 10 to 1, reverse printing. So you can use like this, or you can even keep adding over it. You can print from 1 to 100 like this. So same way, but make sure you at least change the value in the condition where we are using over here. So guys, that was about for loops and while loops. There are a lot of operations which we can do using these loops, and they are very helpful also. I hope I suggest you that you go to some kind of Google search and search for examples, try them out, check in the Python terminal, open VS Code, check out others projects. So guys, thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any updates.